Good morning, friends. Welcome to Spirit Play. It's so good to be here with you together today. Friends, are we ready for our welcome song? Have you been warming up? La, 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 la. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's time to say hello now, hello now, hello now. It's time to say hello now to all of our friends. Good morning, friends. Good morning. I'm Sarah. I'm your Spirit Play teacher today. Why don't you turn to your family and say good morning to each one of them this morning? It's so good to be with each other in the morning. Let's light our chalice. Do you remember the words? We light this chalice as a symbol of our faith, the light of truth and the warmth of love. Are you ready for our Gandhi peace greeting? Do you remember how it goes? I'll start. I offer you peace. I offer you friendship. I offer you love. I see your beauty. I hear your needs. I honor the wisdom in you. Come, let us wonder together. Oh, friends, it's good to be here today. Guess what I did? I planted some seeds, and they're gonna go in my garden when it's a little warmer out, but I'm so excited. I've been watching and watching and watching and waiting. Oh, it's so exciting. That's my joy today. I'm watching and waiting for seeds. Today feels like a good day. I'm not sure I have a sorrow for today. I'm really happy to be here with you. Ooh, maybe that's another joy. Remember that if you want to share some joys and sorrows with me and Michelle, we're happy to speak them out loud and put a stone on for you. In fact, why don't today, just in my imagination, go ahead and share some joys right now at home. I think we had a lot of joys in my imagination. Well, maybe about this many. Now, if you have some sorrows in your heart, share some sorrows with your family. Or you can keep them in your heart. I don't know, I'm using my imagination. Maybe about this many sorrows today. Thank you for being here. Even though I can't hear you sharing your joys and sorrows, I'm thinking about you in my heart. And when we do that with each other, we are still church. We are still loving one another. I'm glad to be here with you. I wonder what our story is going to be like today. Let's see if we can tell. I can't tell yet, can you? Now let's see what it is. Ooh. Whoa. Maybe like that? What do you think it is? I thought maybe it was a tongue at first, but I think it's the wrong color. I suppose if you've had a lollipop, your tongue could be this color. What's this? Let's see. Oh, look at this. This looks like maybe it could be water. Maybe water next to some land. Do you know what might be here? In this water? Some little jelly-like squishy things. Some somethings in this water. There's a lot of little somethings in this water. They're close together. They're in slimy clumps. I wonder what these somethings could be. Ooh. In our story, a sneaky bandit, a kind of animal wearing a mask, comes up next to these slimy clumps of somethings. Wait a minute, what kind of an animal wears a mask? Ooh, a raccoon. It must be a raccoon. The raccoon comes and sees the somethings, and he thinks, yum! And he tries to stick his hands in the water and scoop them up to eat them, but kersplash, they fall back down into the water. They are slippery and slimy. He tries again. Kerplash! They land back in the water. The raccoon goes away without eating. These things are slimy and slippery for a reason. Nature makes them that way to protect them. But if they're in small clumps, sometimes they get eaten. Oh, these somethings are starting to wiggle and move. These little somethings eat from a little yolk inside their egg. They wiggle and they wiggle and they wiggle and they wiggle until they break out of their eggs and swim around. What came out of the eggs was these little tadpoles. Oh! They wiggle around, they swim and they swim. They eat little plants that stick on other little plants called algae. They are vegetarian, so they just eat plants, and they swim around the water and they grow. Now, these little tadpoles have gills, maybe on the side of their neck like this, that help them breathe air out of the water. What if you had gills on the side of your neck? Would that be funny? Would that be strange? These tadpoles keep growing and growing and growing. Their tail gets stronger and bigger for swimming. Their gills have a flap of skin that grows over them, and they go inside the tadpole's body so that the tadpole can still breathe underwater. This tadpole's really changing. I wonder what it would be like to change so fast. Sometimes, from the egg to the tadpole is only 3 days or 3 weeks, depending on what kind of frog it is. 1 week later, we notice something strange. This frog looks at its body and sees 2 bulges The frog is very suspicious. Are these bulges good? The bulges pop open and it's the back legs of the tadpole. Now the tadpole has legs and a tail. What would it be like to have legs and a tail? Would it be strange? Would it be exciting? This tadpole is really, really growing. Now there's some bulges up in the tadpole's body again, and its gills are gone and it now has lungs. The bulges were back legs. Oh my goodness. This tadpole is really changing. Now it's a little frog. Wait a minute. A frog? Well, I guess tadpoles transform into frogs. Now something has to happen because the frog's gills are gone. It can't breathe in the water anymore. Now it has to wiggle up to the surface to breathe the air. And it needs to move to the land to live. Do you think that would be strange? To move from some place you've known all of your life to a whole different and new kind of place? I wonder if the frog gets scared. I wonder if the frog gets so excited. Do you know what else changes about the frog? Now the frog looks at flies and little insects and thinks, yum, and wants to eat it for lunch. The frog is not a vegetarian anymore. Now it eats little animals for its food. When the frog grows up, it has a long, sticky tongue. Why might it need a long, sticky tongue? Is it because that frog is the friendliest frog in the world and it uses its tongue to wave hello? No. It needs its long tongue to catch those insects that it wants to eat for lunch. This frog has also lost his tail. Now he's lost his gills and his tail. And he has a whole different life on the land. Frogs have been around in our world for a very, very long time. Longer even than dinosaurs. And when a frog gets this big, it can lay frog spawn, the eggs that we started with at the beginning of the story. And new tadpoles are born that transform into frogs. I wonder, friends, what was the best part of this story today? I wonder, friends, what's the most important part of this story today? Friends, if you were someone or something in this story today, who or what would you be? And I wonder, friends, is there anything that we can leave out of this story and still have all the story we need? It's time to work on this story for today. I wonder what you noticed. Feel free to stop the video as you play and wonder, maybe color and act things out, all the different ways that you can think about and be curious about this story today. I wonder if that raccoon ever found something to eat. I hope it wasn't more frog spawn. When you're done with your work, come back and we'll sing our goodbye song together. Friends, it's time for the end of our class for today. It was so good to be with you today and to think about frogs and frog spawn that will come out in the springtime that we're moving into. Are we ready to unlight our chalice? Though we extinguish the light of this chalice here, we know that the light of truth and the warmth of love go with us in our hearts. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Goodbye, Spirit Play friends. I'll see you next time.